Did y'all notice what I just did there? Did y'all notice what I just did? Nobody caught that? What did I just do? I stepped off of the red circle. To some of y'all, that may seem like that's not a big deal. To some people, just say you just simply moved outside of that red circle. To some people, say you just took one step. But it can be a whole lot more profound than that, just taking one step. Before I get to that, let me give you an example. There's this movie out there by a guy named M. Night Shyamalan. I don't know if you guys ever seen it. It's called The Village. In this movie, The Village, these people in this village was told a certain type of stories. They were told to live by certain kind of rules. They said if you stay within these rules, you are going to be safe. If you do what we say, you will remain safe. You will not be punished for sticking by these rules. So they came up with these stories about these certain kind of creatures, that if they do break the rules or if they go beyond the boundaries of what they were told to, they would be punished by these creatures. I had the same kind of experience. And in this movie, there was a girl in the movie. She went beyond what she was supposed to. She went beyond the village. She went beyond the walls. And when she got over the wall, she realized something. She was in modern world. And if you have not seen the movie, they were pretty much living like pilgrims, if you haven't seen the movie The Village. They were cut off by these boundaries that they were not supposed to go outside of, right? But she went outside of those boundaries. Turns out, she was blind. She was blind. The whole time in the movie, she was blind. You say, well, what's the significance of that? This same type of thing can be happening to us, and we don't even know it. Take me, for example. Grew up in Chicago some, lived down in the area in Illinois called Decatur, Illinois. While living there, I was told these same kind of stories. I was told that the type of life that I was supposed to have, I needed to stay within these certain type of boundaries. If I step outside these boundaries, there's no place for people like me outside those boundaries. I was told that if you go and step outside these boundaries, there's going to be some type of danger there. There's going to be something there. There's going to be an evil force. There's going to be something there that's going to hate you. There's going to be something there that's not going to like you. It's intimidating. Folks like you don't have no place outside that. So it's safer here. It's safer being with the rest of us. Now, those rules, those stories, were they there to protect me? Or could it be, were those rules there to actually limit me? I had some cousins that they always tell me these same type of stories like I just told you guys about The Village. I was told that there's these type of creatures that hang out in the basement, right? And they come out at nighttime. This is serious. Came out at nighttime, right? And what would happen is this. Where I live, the only way to get to the kitchen to get something to drink was to go past this basement door. And when I walked past this basement door, it was just complete darkness down there. And they would always say, if you go down at nighttime, these creatures, these things, they will come out and they can get you. I used to get all the way down there to the main floor, walk towards the kitchen, and there was that door right there. I would freeze, sit there scared to death, start shaking, sweating. Okay, I guess I don't need no water. I would go right back upstairs, lay down, so thirsty. It had gotten to the point where this was a repetitive thing, at least 3-4 times a month. I would go down the stairs so thirsty, throw dry, just want to get something to drink. But then if I go past that door, something going to reach his hand on and snatch me and pull me down in the basement. One time, I couldn't take it anymore. I walked down those stairs, got to that basement door, just like this carpet. I went downstairs in that basement, completely dark. Hands on the side of the wall, walking down there. Everything you can think of in a horror movie was happening. The stairs was creaking. Going down these stairs. I get down those stairs, touch that cold basement floor, barefooted. And I sat there. Heart rate. Sweating. Okay, I'm waiting for the hickamashicas to get me. They're going to get me. Okay. Next thing you know, heart rate started slowing down. Heart rate started slowing down. Started breathing better. My eyes started adjusting to the darkness. Guess what happened to me? Did anybody know what happened to me? Obviously, I'm here. They didn't get me. There was nothing there. There was absolutely nothing there. What does that all mean? All because I believed in something that they told me. All because I believed in these stories that they told me. That became engrafted in me. It became engrafted in my mind. It became engrafted in my brain. I believed those stories. I believed them so much that my body reacted as if they were true. Every time I walked to that darn floor to get to that refrigerator, try to get something to drink, I thought that if I walked past there, something would get me. I believed it that much. But do you know what kept me from getting to my goal? What kept me from getting to the refrigerator? What kept me from quenching my thirst? Was it the stories that they told me? You can say that, yes. But ultimately, what kept me from getting there was fear. Fear kept me from getting to my goal. Fear kept me from getting to the place where I wanted to go. All because I believed in these stories that they told me. So, here it is, coming from areas that I lived in, projects, the ghetto, these stories that I was told that someone that looks like me, don't go outside these walls because there's going to be a force there that's going to limit somebody that looks just like you. There's going to be an evil there that's going to keep you bound. There's going to be evil there that if you step outside these walls right here, trust me, it's going to get you. But guess what I decided to do? I reflected back onto those stories my cousins told me about the hikamashikas that was in the basement. Let me go try this thing out. I stepped outside of the walls that were planted there. I stepped outside that belief system that was said to me that if you go outside these walls, there's going to be a force there that's going to limit you. Found myself going to college. Check. People like me, you don't get told you go to college. If you go to college, there's going to be a force that's going to keep you from going. You will not be able to be successful, no, because there's going to be a force there. There's going to be an evil there to keep you from going. Found myself married. Where I come from, unheard of. Check. Found myself with 2 sons. Raised them, 19 and 17 years old. Married to my wife, still with my family. Unheard of. These beliefs that can be placed in us can be so strong that you would have no idea that you've been living your life to simply perceive. Perception can become greater than reality. I was taught to perceive that these monsters existed. I was taught to perceive that if I step outside these walls, there's going to be something there for me. I was taught to perceive that if I try to get to the refrigerator, the hikamashika was going to get me. When the reality kicked in, it was not there. It did not exist. And once I found out that those things did not exist, there was no stopping me. Nothing could stop me from getting to my goal now. So now every time somebody comes up and tells me a story that they feel might be somewhat protection to me, somewhat protective of me, I question it. Are they trying to protect me, or could it be that it's a possibility they can be limiting me? Just like this little rug right here. They say, stay within that rug. It's best for you. Stay within that rug, because that's what everybody does. Stay within this rug right here, because that's where you're going to get the best shots was. But you telling me I don't look good right here either? Get back inside that rug, Ty. Stay within those boundaries. Ladies and gentlemen, all of us in here, some shape, form, or fashion, have been told some sort of story like I have right now. If you can reflect back and think about anything that you've been told in your life, through your family, through your friends, that they tell us so much, they tell us so strong that it has to be for real. But have any of you actually been courageous enough to go outside those boundaries to see if they are indeed real? Are you possibly sitting here right now stuck in your mental village? Are you possibly sitting here right now stuck because some type of ideology or way that you were taught to think and feel about something, you still think that way right now? You still feel that way right now without ever knowing if it is indeed real. A lot of people have lived their life based on nothing more than perception. Years down the road, living their lives based on perception, thinking that that is reality, when it all turns out it is indeed not. I have a saying that I say all the time. I'm going to leave you guys with this. It's simple. And it's my quote, so somebody steal it, I'm copyrighting them. No, but I say this all the time. Do not, listen to this closely, because a lot of us do it. We do it to our children, we do it to our friends, we do it to our family. Do not place your limits on me based off of what you are incapable of achieving, because we do that a lot. Somebody wants to do something. No, I wouldn't do that if I was you because it's too hard. Oh, I wouldn't do that if I was you because let's no longer do that anymore. Do not, remember this, do not place your limits on me based off of what you are incapable of achieving. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.